So in Surah 3 and Surah 4 of the Qur'an, the Trinity is depicted as polytheism. And so as Muslims...
Polytheism meaning?
As in three gods.
Okay.
Three separate gods. Particularly, the Qur'an seems to indicate Jesus, Mary, and Allah are the three gods. But even if you don't go that route, mostly Muslims see the Trinity as polytheism. And that's the unforgivable sin in Islam.
Because there's one God.
There's only one God. And
Yeah.
if you believe that anyone other than Allah is God, you've committed the unforgivable sin. And so the idea that the Trinity is a viable concept of monotheism. Christians had a really hard time explaining how the Trinity was monotheistic, but I began to realize not only can that be explained, but ultimately I realized the only explanation for love, and I wish we had more time to talk about this, but the only explanation for love to be a real objective thing can come if God is triune.
Yes.
You can't have love be a real thing if God is a monad, the way Islam teaches him to be. But that's something
because there's nobody to love.
Exactly.
Before the creation of planet Earth and human beings, there's, if God's totally monotheistic, there's no one to love.
Right. So if you have one God who exists as three persons, three separate persons that have always loved each other, that means love is eternal. Love has existed as long as God has existed, and so it's objectively real. If you don't have a triune God, then you have love that is only subjective. It was only something that became real when the world was created.